What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
I'm Brian.
And today we are talking about unicorns. This might be an obnoxious video for you to watch if you're having trouble finding unicorns, special bottles. But we decided to pull out 10 from our collections to share with you today, just to kind of show some of the things that we've come across throughout the years of this bourbon hunting journey. So.
Right. I think there's different ways to obtain bottles too. So hopefully you don't just feel like this is a bragging session. We're gonna talk about these bourbon and then maybe tell how we got it.
Sure.
And then maybe so it'll show, at least I know mine will show different ways of attaining them.
Yeah.
That maybe is not your standard. Just I got lucky and walked into the store and found it.
Right. Or overpaid or whatever.
Right. Or went secondary. There's different ways to go about doing things, and it's still cool to get the bottles and like I said, we got some good bottles.
Yeah. So what is a unicorn? Well, there is rare bottles, and then there is just another level that just ones that you really don't see. Or if you do see them, there's a reason you do, because they're normally marked up. So, your stags, any of your BTAC stuff, your pappies, some of the higher end of the Weller stuff, any of the special releases from Wild Turkey, I think, are considered unicorns. Perhaps the Four Roses limited edition.
Your birthday bourbon and things like that. Yeah. And the Parker Heritage.
Out of Heaven Hill, William Heaven Hill. And then what's stuff out of Bean? I guess the Hardin's Creek stuff. Is that
I don't know if that's unicorn or not. But yeah, I mean, I guess that would be along those lines. Yeah. But they're higher end offerings.
You get the point.
Yeah, you get the point.
Yeah. So all right, I'm going to kick things off here, and this probably is on the lower tier of unicorns, but it's a unicorn to me because this is my favorite line from Buffalo Trace, hands down. But mine is this Weller Foolproof. So that's my first unicorn. I got this a year or so ago, and got it through a lottery at Vic's.
Right. Well, and I have a bottle of this when I got it. It was a store pick.
Yeah.
And I got 2 bottles of it, so I've had it for several years. I had it probably 3 years now, and I still have my second bottle not open.
Okay.
But it was so good, but the standard offering is just delicious.
Yeah.
So I will start with let's just go with the Blanton's Gold. Okay. So Blanton's in some people's minds is one that's hard to find, just a standard offering. So if you're having trouble getting that, there's avenues out there to get it. This was one that I was offered from one of my buddies that owns liquor stores. He was able to get a hold of it, and I got that for a decent price. This one is expensive. One of the more expensive ones that I paid for. I want to say I paid maybe $100 with tax and everything, it's around 190. So it was a little higher than, I think you can get these in the 150 range, but still not too far out of range.
Right.
And it is phenomenal. Everything that you like about Blanton's is amplified up in this, and it's a higher proof and just delicious. And I was just telling Jordan that over this Christmas holidays, I think I hit this with one of my buddies, and we did a little damage on it. I'd had a lot more 2 weeks ago.
We take share your whiskey seriously around here. It's not just a line we feed you, right? But anyway, if you don't know what Blanton's Gold is, it's basically 10 proof points higher. I think it used to be an international release. Now 4 or 5 years ago, maybe they brought it back. So, all right, next for me, this is Colonel Taylor Barrel Proof. If you're going to ask me the batch number, I think this is 12. I think it was last year's. 131.1 proof, so it's pretty high up there. And like your Blanton's Gold, I have kind of put the dent on this, and I don't really remember how or know how that has happened. I think you and I are the only ones that have really hit.
We've had it a few times, but the last time I saw it was like right.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I chugged this one night, but once again, all of my unicorns have come from Vic's, so there's no interesting story about them. So another one for Vic's.
Okay. Well, this one I'll go with a Stag. So we both got Stag bottles last year. I believe it was last year. This is the 22A, and that's the first bottle of Stag I've ever gotten. Okay. And I got it at I don't know what retail exactly is, but I got it cheap. Okay. It was good price, $45, I think, maybe 50.
Oh, wow.
But it was a good deal on it. Much cheaper than what standard price is.
Right.
So
it has gone up.
Yeah, it's gone up. Yeah, I'm sure it has. But I was happy to get that. I don't hit this very often, but I love it.
Yeah,
it's so good. And I know you got one as well.
Yeah, I've got a batch 18 and 24A.
It's exciting when you see this bottle anywhere, but normally when you see it, it's $300.
Yeah,
and you can't get it.
Yeah, normally I don't like ultra high proof, or I do like ultra high proof, but I can be a little picky. And Stag's always one. If I see it at MSRP,
right,
that's an automatic. Gonna get it. Next for me is probably the one that I'm really actually most excited to share. And it is the Wild Turkey Master's Keep from 2020. It is a bottled and bond product, 17 years old. This came by way of a trade to me, and this one is, I gotta get a whiff here, just phenomenal. That oak note there for being 17 years.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
Sweet.
The cool thing, this is only the second ever bottled and bond product from Wild Turkey. So that's a special thing for me.
Yeah, I would put that probably at number one of any collection.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
good stuff there.
Yeah.
So
probably should have put this one last.
And let's say you went big, so I'll stay in the middle.
Trying to match me,
No, this is a pretty good one though. So this is a Rock Hill. So this one, I did not buy this bottle.
Okay.
It was given to me after it had already been drank on. So my buddy was able to get a new bottle of this, and he knew that I did not have a bottle of it. So he brought it to me and said, "Hey, do you want this? I replaced my last one."
Mm-hmm.
So I've had it for maybe 3 years.
Okay.
And I've only drank just a couple drinks of it because I don't want it to go away.
Never gonna see it again.
Yeah, never gonna see it again. So I was excited to get that. The bottle's beautiful.
Yeah, it is so cool.
And this one, if you get for suggested price, it's around $50. I don't know if it still is. Probably is.
Probably. I honestly, there's probably not a cooler bottle out there than that one. I mean, that's just phenomenal. Love it. All right, next for me now. Little bit of a caveat. This is a Thomas H. Handy. I think this is from 2023. I don't know. Maybe if you know, this is I can look at it. This is 124.9 proof, so that'll tell you what year it's from. A little bit of a caveat. I love Buffalo Trace. I think everybody loves Buffalo Trace, especially if you can find it at retail. I like this rye a lot, but it's not my favorite rye. And the reason being, it's really sweet on the palate, but the nose, to me, a couple different times since I've visited it, it hasn't really hit for me. So for that reason,
it's kind of the allure of the bottle.
Yeah. As you can see, most of that has been shared with others. So happy to do that. That came by way of trade.
Yeah, still one you want to get on your
bar. Do I have regrets of having this? Absolutely not. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go with my Big Daddy. So I've talked about this one several times, but it's my King Kentucky. It was from 2001, I believe. 15 years. So it would be 2001. I won this in a right to buy lottery for a big chain. So it was Total Wine and More. Okay. So that was a right to buy. At the time, it was $2.99. And I had thoughts. We talked about the secondary. I thought I'd try to flip this on the secondary. And I got an offer for it, and it was not very good. I just thought, I'll drink it. And it was the best decision I ever made. So this is the best bottle I think I've ever had.
Yeah. And Brian, like we've said, share your whiskey. We actually live by that. Not like it's this guiding principle of our lives, but in the terms of bourbon and whiskey, it is something that we do. Brian we organize an event for an organization we serve on our hometown in Seymour, Indiana, and it's actually coming up April 5th this year. We'll have tickets soon. We'll do a video on that, let you know about it. Brian opened this bottle the first year of that event and shared it with 10 people who kind of want a pour of it. So I always thought that was really, really cool and kind of really lives up to what we're all about here. And because to share a bottle like that when you yourself haven't tasted it is pretty darn cool. So I always respect that about you. Last for me is this Russell's 15. This is a phenomenal bottle. I absolutely love it. But this a special gift from a friend that he decided to make this happen for me. So I really appreciate it. And it's always will have a place in my heart for that reason.
Right.
too.
Yeah.
So,
So my last one is his little brother. So it was the Russell's 13. I did not get a 15.
Yeah.
But we both got a 13.
Yeah.
So that's just a solid pour.
I think that's batch. It doesn't. They don't say. I don't think.
Was it 3?
It's 3 or
Two.
4 or something.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. But it's a really good batch, and this one opened up so well after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one that all of these are ones I'm going to try to keep around for several years. I keep them in a nice temperature and cooled 68 degree environment. So these are going to stick around for a long time.
Yeah.
So these are our favorites from our collection. I have some others that maybe don't reach this level that are just as good as these.
Yeah.
But these are ones that everybody tries to get.
Sure.
And luckily over the years we were able to snag them one way or the other.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I said, it's the kind of the highlight of our
Collection.
bourbon collection. So yeah. So
One that kind of people who you share with are impressed because a lot of times, even though they have their own unicorns, they don't necessarily have these. So it's kind of cool to know what other people have, and then also if you get the opportunity to try it, it's kind of cool. Now, if you really want my opinion, you said that you have some that probably don't reach up quite to unicorn level. For me personally, Weller 107 I think is my favorite. If it was up here, I have one, but was up here, I would prefer it over anything. It's probably my overall favorite bottle.
yeah, it's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
So,
But I think this one is just a little bit more unicorn worthy.
right, harder to find.
Although I don't know, 107 is pretty darn hard to find too.
Yeah,
So
I haven't seen one in like 2 years. So.
yeah, so maybe 107 should have been out here. All right, so share in the comments below what unicorns do you have, or maybe what is your ultimate unicorn? What are you looking for? Let us know. What is your ultimate unicorn? Do you have one?
Like that I want now.
Yeah,
I want,
if you could have any of them.
I want birthday bourbon.
Yeah.
Or maybe an Old Fitz.
Okay.
Old Fitzgerald. That's one I've always kind of wanted.
Yeah.
But I think birthday bourbon would be the one I'd want.
Right. Okay. I don't really know what mine would be. I just kind of buy bottles when I see them. It depends on what's in front of me, yes or no. But I guess if I could have a pick, I don't know why, because I'm not really a big Eagle Rare fan, but I think the Eagle Rare 17 would be cool to have. My father-in-law really likes it. I would love to be able to get one of those and have him try it,
Right.
that kind of thing. So, all right, well, let us know in the comments below what your unicorns are, or maybe what you want to find. So, but we're going to end this episode the same way that we always do, and that is when you're with your family and your friends, always share your whiskey.